Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Lanky Woodsman. I am out here at camp and I got here on the new ride. Made it so much quicker and easier to lug the bag and everything like that. I'm only out here for just a quick little video today, maybe two. I have the Bark River Bravo Survivor in 3V that I need to do another video on because I screwed up the other one as far as sound goes. That really pissed me off. And I also have the new addition to my collection, the JX6 in CPM 154 that I got to do a video on as well. So if you guys are interested in either of those two blades, go ahead and stick around. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them at the same time or two separate videos, but either way, stick around and check out one of them, and I'll get right back with you guys. I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Bark River Bravo Survivor in 3V, black C-Tech handles. Got the thumb ramp, finger choil. Obviously it's a convex edge. It's fairly thick. I'll give you guys again the statistics when I do a tabletop. Now the last time I did this video somebody freaked out because I was chopping in between my legs. I don't give a shit. I'm not chopping using my whole, swing. It's just quick little chopping video, no big deal. I'm not going to miss and hit my artery. And nor am I trying to teach anyone how to do this, so I never claimed that either. But I got some, it's actually really good news is I got like 3 trees in the last storm that fell over all in one spot. And it's all decent wood, so I'm going to start getting ready to process that up. So first I just want to do some chopping with this. The grip on this is excellent. The C-Tech has just a little bit of texture to it, and the ergonomics of the shape of the handle are perfect. As I talked about in the first video, when you have the handle flat, it leans forward just a little bit. It tapers down forward to make it front end heavy, which is good for chopping. So let's see what we can do here. And sorry guys, I'm like sweating and panting like crazy. It's hot as hell out here, even though it's not that sunny here. It's humid. Okay. Mostly me not hitting it right because it's moving, but this is what I have to work with today. This is no effort. I'm just letting the knife kind of come down and do the work for me. This thing is a great chopper. This is the same log I'm going to use to baton through, so just got to get it. Of course, I always pick a knot. Why do I do that? Now it's even more of a test for the blade, which is an amazing knife. And that's why I was so pissed before that my sound got messed up, because I really wanted to do this thing justice. And of course I messed with the sound. And it's weird, like some people had issues, some people didn't. I guess it really depends on what device you were listening on. I have no slippage at all. There's just enough of a curve here, and I can grip this thing no problem. Guess I'm just going to try to chop all the way through this. This thing is taking slices out of this stuff. With minimal effort. Almost there. And there you have it. Perfect chopping. Now I want to baton this thing. See if I can adjust the shot here. All right. Let's see if we can't do this with it being all lopsided. Well, that was easy. I like the thickness of the blade. It forces the wood apart. It's got good geometry for this. It forces it apart at a rapid rate, mainly because the blade is so damn thick. A little bit of a knot. No problem. I have a bigger stump that I'm going to be bringing out the next time I come, so I can do stuff like this on it. This one's giving me at least the pushback that I need. The balance isn't the greatest. But you might cut your artery. No, I won't. This wood already sounds good, and I just cut this. Not going to take much to get another nice stash of firewood. We used up almost all of it, what we had. Alright, so we got through batoning and chopping. Let me make a couple of feather sticks with this bad boy. Alright, I think I got my angle down. Let's give this a go. Pretty good for such a big blade. I don't do tip tests. I'm not going to do it. This knife is 3V, no problem. It's thick. I just don't see a whole lot of point in it on a knife that I'm going to be using. I guess if I was given a knife and told to put it through a brutal test, I would do that, but this one's mine. Not going to do it. While I was chopping, I wasn't getting like hardly any shock. Like this thing, no shock is transferred to my hand. It almost doesn't even feel like I'm chopping. Like if I'm literally just flicking the knife down at this, letting it do the work. and it just sinks right in. I noticed that there weren't that many decent videos on these knives on YouTube, which I can't understand because this thing is amazing, and I know they had the A2 version out, and it can't. I know 3V is overall tougher, but I mean the general idea of the knife has to be about the same. Just a huge piece of steel, and it's Bark River's A2, so I mean it had to be good. I've never had one in my hand, but what else can I do that I didn't necessarily? I did everything in the other video, but wasn't able to get the sound right. Oh, one of the things. Yep. So one of the things that I had issues with was being able to get a decent spark off the ferro rod. So I did a little bit of modifying of the spine. All my other Bark Rivers were enough to put sparks out, but as you can see, with very little effort at this point, I can get a lot of good sparks. One thing that irritates me is, like, everybody's like, oh, you're supposed to put the knife down and pull back. I feel like I'm way less accurate when I do that. Like, I took a lot of shit for my fire steel striking ability. It's not rocket science. Obviously, I was having issues with the knife at that time, and I was just doing it in the air to see if I could get anything to go. But God, give me a break, guys. I know I'm not a bushcraft expert, but it really doesn't matter as long as sparks are flying. Look at this. I mean, to me, that's better than doing this. I see I get like a ton doing that, but this one I can just focus it right down on. But anyway, I just did a little bit of modification and made the spine a little bit more, not like crazy, but a little more sharp. And you can tell that I have no issues with it at all now. So for me, that isn't even necessarily the same based on each knife, because these are hand finished, so somebody could have just done a little bit more on this one than another person did. Because all my other knives I've been able to easily strike no problem at all. So the Bark River Bravo Survivor is my go-to all-around survival knife. It's an amazing piece of art. It's an amazing tool. It works great in every aspect of survival, at least here in the wilderness survival that I'm doing. Things are different in cities, things are different in, different areas of the world, but I think that this blade would go with me anywhere I went to do all of the things that you're going to need to do for that type of stuff. So there is my kind of updated review on the Bravo Survivor and CPM 3V by Bark River. I apologize for my last video messing up the sound, but hey, first time here, so we're getting better, I think, a little bit each time I come out here and practice, and the video quality is getting a little bit better also. I kind of like the way already that this camera has been looking, so that's awesome. I'm glad I did that too. So I'm going to go ahead and probably shoot another video and then get out of here and go fishing. But thanks you guys for stopping and checking out this particular video, and as always, like, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.